Welcome back to the Old Bridge Tournament Expert Division opening round, hole number 6. Here we're going to be setting up for a cat rough bump using a luminary type ball. I do recommend, if you have it, to use a P5 side spin 2+ wind 4 ball if you have it. You can use a luminary, but if you get the headwind angle and a king wind on the approach, you might pull into OP, and it just makes it a little easier, but a little bit better of a chance at a drop if you have P5 wind 4. So the adjustment on the drive is P5 plus 10% max, 6 topspin, 2 right spin. We're going to be starting with a quarterback and then switching to our APOC cat bag. So with your quarterback, you want to set up with the right side of the yellow ring touching the fairway rough line at the top of the +3, like you see there. Switch to your APOC cat bag, add your spins, 6 top, 2 right. Then we're going to adjust P5 plus 10% max. Then you play full right curl and circle drop overpower, right? Full right curl, circle drop, overpower. If you have an APOC 5, I would recommend using either 2.5 right spin if you have a ball that can accommodate that, or shift a half a ring towards the hole, so like kind of to the right, to make up for the slightly less curl that you have with an APOC 5. With that being said, I don't have an APOC 5, so I have not been able to test that. If you're playing with APOC 5, I definitely recommend you test the shot, make sure that it works with that tweak, or make another slight tweak on your own, whatever you need to do to get the ball rolling down the center of the fairway. Also, if you have more than 6 topspin on the drive, you can use 6.2, 6.3 topspin. Get a little bit further, but I wouldn't go any more than that, because it will mess up the approach. So you can play it with slightly more than 6 topspin, but I wouldn't go more than 6.2, 6.3 on the drive. The approach plays P5 plus 5% at slider using 4 topspin only. And here's what I'll tell you. You'll need circle break overpower plus 2 clicks. So you'll pull down till the circle breaks, and then you'll drop down an additional 2 clicks of overpower. What's important here is you want the second bounce to be in the rough. Our second bounce is here. You don't want the second bounce hitting the fairway up here. We're playing this in the rough, double bounce rough, and it'll roll out. So make sure that your second bounce is in the rough, and this is what you want your ball guide to look like. So you want the tip of the ball guide to be 3 lines long above the cup, and then you want the right side of the ball guide to be touching this line, 1 line left of the cup, in line with the cup, right? So I'm slightly left of where I need to be here, and you'll see I missed this slightly to the left. So if you have, with spins added, if you have the tip of the ball guide 3 lines above the cup, and then you take the right side of this ball guide and right in line with the hole, and you have it touching this line here, then that is the offset that you need. That'll give you the best chance at a drop. With that being said, this is a tough hole with a tough wind, so it's a tough drop. Be happy with a birdie. I wouldn't get too crazy with this one. If you don't like it, if you find a glitchy ball guide, or, you know, you have a tendency to hit bad grates or whatever, then just make sure that you're getting it onto the green for an easy birdie. But this will give you a chance at a drop. So plus yards for the cat, I've been everywhere from +8 to +12 or 13. +6 is 57 slider, +7 is 60, +8 is 62, +9 is 65, +10 is 67, +11 is 70, +12 is 72, +13 is 75% slider, +14 is 77% slider. If you get everything right, get your offset right, you'll have a decent chance at a drop here, even though it's a tough hole. Like I said, I was offset just a bit too far to the left. You have that ball guide touching that line, in line with that hole, you ought to have a pretty decent chance at a drop as long as you get the amount of overpower right and pull straight on the approach. With that being said, I wish you the best of luck. I hope you get the drop, and we'll see you on the next hole. T5 +5% at slider for the approach.